Hi, the question has been asked, how were my results from using the Focus Band and the NeuroSelf Care program for 12 months? And wow, my results are incredible in that I didn't know a habit can literally be formed, and not just in a general everyday way, but in a subconscious way. So yes, my results have been incredible with regard to that, having this new habit. So when moments of panic come along or moments of bad thoughts, I automatically know how to regulate that. It's actually called the involuntary process. You'll have to Google that yourself. So yeah, in that regard, fantastic. Also great results in that, unlike medication that would just sedate me and just be a bit of a band-aid, I'm moving forward. I'm learning my own brain and how to regulate that and how to measure that and compare it and intervene. So yeah, I could go on a lot here. But excellent results, and these next questions will go further into that detail. Okay, the question has been asked, would I recommend the Focus Band and the NeuroSelf Care program to other people? And absolutely, I would. The main reason too, because you've got nothing to lose. They're everything to gain and nothing to lose, in the most simplest form, because unlike medication, which you are literally a guinea pig, they can't say this will work for you or that will work for you. This is actually a method whereby it's a natural approach. There is no side effects, but you can actually measure what's going on in your brain in real time and recognize that, and then take interventions to improve that and manage that. So yes, would I recommend the NeuroSelf Care program? Absolutely, without doubt. Okay, what did I like most about the NeuroSelf Care program? For most? Wow, that's a hard question. I like the fact that I'm actually improving day by day. I'm feeling more confident in my own ability to look after myself and not rely on other people. It's a very liberating feeling. But I guess most of all, I like the fact that because the app's just in your phone and you have your phone in your back pocket, I felt very safe. I felt like I had my own therapist or my own personal trainer that was with me, and whenever a panic or whatnot would arise, I could just bring up the app and be guided through the breathing and just regulate my brain back down to a calm state and then move forward. Whereas in the past, I've never been taught that. I've never known how, and as much medication as I could take, it could not improve that. It would just sedate me, but it would sedate not only the bad, it would sedate the good as well. So I was missing out on a lot in life. In fact, when I came off medication, I felt like I'd woken up out of a 15-year coma, and now with the NeuroSelf Care program, I'm just learning more and more and coming along in leaps and bounds. So the thing I liked most about the program was the independence and the self-management it gave me. Okay, how has the Focus Band and the NeuroSelf Care program helped regulate my negative emotions? I guess first and foremost, because the app is like a mirror, being able to see what's going on within my own brain frequencies, and I can get a measurement of that. It's helped me regulate my negative emotions in that I know how to bring that frequency back down to a calm state. I can actually see what's going on in the app in order to calm myself. Whereas without being able to see it, you're just running wild and you're just guessing, and you can have as much self-talk until the cows come home, but until you can see it and show your brain what the results so that you prove it to yourself, there really is nothing else that is more convincing. So how did it help me regulate my negative emotions? I could actually put a picture to it and see what was going on during a negative state, and then apply the fantastic interventions that could bring me back down into a calm state. Yeah, and so now being able to regulate that on my own is fantastic, because as I say, medication just has not been able to do that. It would just band-aid and just sedate me. And I don't mean to bag medication. It has its place. For certain people, it just didn't work for me. And I think you've got everything to gain with the NeuroSelf Care, and to try that first and foremost. Okay, so what made me decide to use the Focus Band and the NeuroSelf Care program was, amazingly enough, my father. I have been very blessed that my father knows the founder of the Focus Band through golf, because the Focus Band have taken a lot of athletes, a lot of golfers and many other athletes to number one in their sporting field. And yeah, my dad, after being very, very frustrated with a last hospital visit whereby in the early hours of the morning of finally having the police turn up and the ambulance turn up and take me to a mental health psychiatrist, she had the wise words, in sarcasm, to say to me, "You can't medicate a personality." And when someone's lost all hope, that's just not what you say to them. So anyway, what made me decide to try the Focus Band and NeuroSelf Care was my father. He was just fed up with the mental health industry and was like, right, well, if the Focus Band can take athletes to number one by training their brain, well, why can't they help people with anxiety and depression? A big blessing for me. Okay, so did using any of the NeuroSelf Care interventions give me access to childhood trauma or memories? And yes, absolutely. So I had access to that anyway. I think people carry a lot of trauma with them, like it's this little extra being on your shoulder, and I definitely had that, just some memories of high school bullying and that sort of thing. So it's not necessarily that the NeuroSelf Care gave me access to that, because it was there. I mean, you could certainly tap into it some more. Some people, it's on a subconscious level. But with one of the interventions called havening, it actually allowed me to put that trauma that I was carrying on my shoulder back into the past where it belongs. And not trauma for me, more bad memories. But yeah, it definitely gave it more of a realistic timeline. So rather than what felt like yesterday to me with these memories, the intervention of havening put it way back into the past where it belongs. So I no longer carry it with me and I can move forward. And I would just be so happy to see the results of many people who have a real trauma by using one of those interventions, as it's just phenomenal how it works. And I'm not someone that's easily convinced. So yeah, good news. The biggest thing that I want people to know about the Focus Band and the NeuroSelf Care approach is, wow, where do I start? There's so many. But the biggest thing is that it is actually really helping you help yourself. So you're no longer dependent upon a pill or a psychologist or a therapist or friends or family. It just gives you such an independence, because you can see what's going on within your brain frequencies as a result of your thoughts, and you can train yourself to bring yourself back down to a calm state. And for me, that is such a liberating feeling. And my life is just coming along in leaps and bounds. So as I say, rather than just being sedated, I'd be sedated for the good things in life as well as the bad. I'm no longer, and I actually feel like I've woken up out of a 15-year coma now that I'm off mood stabilizers. And I'm actually celebrating that by, at this very moment in time, taking a Winnebago around Australia, just celebrating the freedom and the confidence in myself to move forward that I've never had before. And whilst I might be 42, it's never too late. And so my biggest message, and the thing that I want people to know most, is just try things like the NeuroSelf Care and the Focus Band first and foremost before you go down the pharmaceutical path, because there's everything to be gained and nothing to be lost, and there's no side effects, and you just continue to improve and improve, because you can measure what's going on. You can put a measurement on this. You're not subjected to just random questionnaires or try this pill or try that pill. It's something that you can gauge and measure. Just like how you take your blood pressure, there's a measurement that you'll have as a result, and you can keep working on that. So good luck, and I wish you every happiness and peace of mind. It's such a good feeling, and no one else can give it to you except yourself. That's the thing.